Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, people, we are back. It is Team Kop-Ish. You know what time it is? It's preview time. Yes, yesterday we dealt with Everton 4-1. Rafa Benitez is on the rocks, but today, obviously, it's the preview time where we talk about Wolves. Guys, how you both doing? Drift, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right, Merry Kloppmas and that.
Merry in Kloppmas. The spirit and that, you know
Merry
what I'm saying?
Kloppmas.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. A little apprehensive about the game, but we'll chop that up.
Indeed, indeed. And Cal, how you doing, bro? I know you just got in from work, and I know you're a little bit tired. That's why I'm kind of running. It's a match. It's a man like Matt this show tonight. So bear with me. But how you doing, bro?
No, I'm all right. Tired, but good otherwise, man.
No, good to hear, good to hear. Now everyone's blessed as well. And if you haven't already, smash the like button. And not only that, people, make sure you check out our tweet as well, because obviously you know how we partner with FansBet. We've got a tweet out there regarding the odds for the Man United and Arsenal game, which is going to be played, I believe, at 8:30 tonight. Sorry, 8:15 tonight. So check out the odds. You might want to check that out. I know I am, so make sure you do the same. But people, there's one place to start. Obviously, we dealt with Everton. They're done now. Their man can worry about Rafa Benitez and what he's going to do in regards to his next job.
I rewatched the game as well, so to cut you. You know how long it's been since I've actually, like, later on that night, actually watched the whole game. I normally just watch the highlights, bro. But you know, like, I had to hear that Ali McCoy's going, absolutely brilliant. It's gorgeous. I had to hear that again.
Bruv, you have to. Come on, man. Like, this is... I'm not going to do the commentary.
Ali McCoy is without question the best co-commentator ever. Like, he gets you so pumped for what you're watching. I big up Ali McCoy.
Unbiased, isn't it? It's just unbiased.
He is.
Yeah. That's what it is. And there's just something about the Scottish accent that I love listening to. So when he's gassing it up, I think that's why I loved Andy Gray as well when he used to commentate. Like, the Scottish accent is just made for commentating. So when he's gassing up the players, and Ali McCoy loves Trent, he loves Salah, he even loves Origi. So I'm just like, you know what? Like, whenever Ali's on the commentating, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah.
No, good to hear. Good to hear. And I like the things as well, just quickly as well before I move on. I like what Amazon are doing, because I think they've got it spot on with the commentary, like you're talking about Ali McCoy. I think in terms of their coverage, they've got it spot on as well. And who knows, maybe Amazon might get involved in more deals going forward in regards to the Premier League, because I do think that they've got the right idea and how it should be broadcasted and what they bring to the table. So let's see what happens there. But yes, people, we got Wolves obviously Saturday 3 p.m. Cal, I'll start with you first. So Wolves, obviously, they drew their last game. They drew against your guys, or your second guys or third guys, Burnley. Sean Dyche and the Mandem. They drew. They couldn't break them down. So first and foremost, I want to speak about Wolves first. They couldn't break down a Burnley. Yeah. Are you a bit worried in terms of Burnley's a different proposition to us because we're a bit more open? So do you feel like Wolves, maybe the way how they play football, might get a bit more opportunities against us, like what they had the other day?
Wolves are always a difficult place for us to go and play at. Not saying we don't win. Again, they're a bit like how Palace are perceived. Palace are seen as a bogey team, but we always get a result. Wolves are always a difficult fixture away from home, but we seem to grind out a result. Burnley are an anomaly when it comes to a team in the league. No one else plays like Burnley, not even remotely similar.
Yeah.
So it's such a niche preparation for Burnley, and then even still, you still got to hope that the referee is actually watching all the action and not just kind of taking in the game as it goes along, because Burnley are the king of roughhousery. So I don't pay too much attention to them not scoring against Burnley. And again, Wolves are under a new manager, so they're still getting out of the Espirito Santos.
Yeah. Who's the manager again? Sorry, I'm trying to
Bruno Large. I can't.
Yeah.
But they're playing more expansive. They're playing more attacking football. They're less pessimistic and less pragmatic. So I think that will give us problems in the sense of they will come and attack us. They won't sit back. But at the same time, what does Klopp like? The half space.
He does, and he likes a high
Half
press
space.
as well.
So it's a gift and a curse. You play attacking football against Liverpool, you could do a Brentford, or you play attacking football against Liverpool and you could get ripped to absolute shreds. So you never know.
I hear that. No, I hear that. And I think you're right. I think the way how we play is very different to obviously to Burnley. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Wolves cope with the type of pressure that we're about to give them. Because I think for me, we are in a different league to Burnley, and everyone knows that. And I just think the way how we play our DNA is very different. So can Wolves cope with that? It remains to be seen. So Drift, I come to you next. Obviously, Wolves, as I said to Carol, picking up the draw. But do you still see them as a massive threat when you got the likes of Adama Traore? Jimenez is obviously back from his horrific injury, and God's willing that he's all good now, and I believe he is because he's been playing football at a very high level now. He's back, obviously, the horrific injury with David Luiz. You got Hwang as well, who's come from, I believe it's RB Leipzig as well. He's coming on loan as well. Is it Salzburg? Sorry, Salzburg. He's doing well as well. So you've got a threat there from Wolves, and you can't sleep on that. So do you think as well they possess a completely different threat to Everton? Are you more worried about this game? I know the Everton game's already taken place, but do you think Wolves have more, weapons of mass destruction at their arsenal? No pun intended.
Yeah, I was worried about the Everton game because derbies are derbies and things go out the window like form and stuff like that.
Sorry to cut you. I was right, apparently. It was RB Leipzig. You both get a mark down for that because you lot told me Salzburg and it's Leipzig.
I thought he was the guy who played.
No.
Oh no, do you know what it was?
Yeah, right.
He played against Leipzig.
He played against us in the
I
Champions
know my
League.
stuff, people.
Yeah.
He
This
missed
is
a chance.
a
He missed a
match
chance
up.
against
He
us.
he went to Leipzig and then they've loaned him. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, but he started at Salzburg, so we get half a point, not a full point deduction.
I'll let you know.
Matt don't give half points, bro.
No, I really don't. I don't give no half points.
Because I'm sure Wang was at the. Remember when they came to Anfield? No, but when they came to Anfield, he was the one who was linking up with Minamino and Haaland in the game when they came, right?
Yeah,
he was there before, so he went. He's played for both, basically. You guys aren't wrong. It's just that he transferred, I believe, in that time.
Which is a bit dodgy. That Salzburg and RB.
Leave it.
Let go. I don't want no bad internet connection. Before you land, Drift, though.
Report says big man up top, in
it for real. Yafu says reports Wolves want 20 mil for Adama, and he's put Drifty, the eye emoji. Drift, what are you saying? 20 mil for Adama? You on it?
20 mil is very reasonable. We kind of do need a wide forward. He's not at the top of my list anymore, but I definitely won't be disappointed with him. I still rate him, and I feel like temporary bias of him not playing well might make people forget about him. But I think under the right manager, Adama's still a good player. So for 20 mil, I'd take him.
Fair enough. Messi FC says LFC were Hulk Hogan, Everton were Hulk Hogan.
I think that's meant to be Booker T and Hulk Hogan.
That's what I was thinking. What? LFC were Hulk Hogan.
I think that's meant to be we were Booker T and they were Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that make more sense, bro. Because I was just thinking that.
I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you. You know what happens next, innit?
Yeah.
But no, Jay, sorry, what was you saying, bro? About
so I was worried about Everton because it's a derby. And anything can happen in a derby. Form goes out the window, and we know how violent they are. And I'm going to be real with you. They weren't as violent as they were last year, but they were still frying themselves into tackles and kicking us up and all that. It's what they do, innit? All that shithousery. I don't like it, man.
Yeah.
So I was worried about Everton for that purpose. But with this Wolves game, do you know what worries me? It is the high line we play in their pace and the fact that we are letting a lot of teams get in behind us. Yeah. And if you're a team with the amount of pace that they have, it's even more worrying because we've let Southampton get in behind us and they ain't necessarily blessed with pace. We let Everton get in behind us and they are kind of blessed with pace because Richarlison and Damari Gray and Townsend, they are quick, and they got in. So even though we managed to control those games and dominate the games, there were still chances we gave up, which I don't like that we're still doing. Every game we're still giving a good 2, 3, 4 chances where Ali's always got to come out and prove how good he is. And we saw yesterday, for the odd chance he can't, they just got a goal out of nowhere, and the game totally changed in like one random moment of like, how the hell have Everton scored? And I feel like in the Southampton game that could have happened if they'd have took 1 or 2 chances, or Ali hadn't have been as good as, you know what I mean? There's a few games I'm still a bit worried. Even in the Man U game, if you go back, they had about 1 or 2 chances in that game before we were comfortably winning that game, where they got in behind and it was like, shit, how are they just in on goal? We've got to cut that out. We're making it too easy to get in at Ali. We are. Every now and then we have random moments in the game where Ali will have to come and smother the ball.
We do.
And we're like, how the fuck did that happen? And with the pace of Jimenez, definitely the pace of Traore, and 1 or 2 of their other players that, you know what I mean, they're not exactly slouches, I am a little worried of that in behind. I'm still a little bit worried about that in behind. I'm not saying we can't control the game and do what we do well, but that in behind threat still bothers me a bit. It does.
No, that's fair enough. All right, so people, as you know, in the last preview, we were talking tactics in terms of the last game against Everton and what we thought we was going to do and what, you know, we hoped Klopp would do. So now for this next part, we're going to do the same thing, but we're also going to do a predicted lineup as well. So we're going to get the predicted lineup first from the guys as well. You know what I mean? So I can get jiggy with it now. You know what I mean? I see that board and that. I know Kyle's definitely woken up now once he's seen his board.
You're gonna see my camera start to go up and down. Don't be concerned. That's me. That's all me and my glory.
Let me make this full screen. You know what? For the people that can't see, because I'm not gonna lie, people. This is a last minute thing, but I'm gonna make this full screen. I have to. You know why? Because I actually put the names in. Because
no.
I've done the names and the numbers. Are you man stupid? Are you man crazy? Done the numbers as well. You know. You think it's a joke?
Matt is turning into my brother. Like, Matt knows already. See, my brother, when he gets pro, he don't do nothing until all the editing is done.
I've done the numbers as well.
Brother still, I'm not even gonna lie.
Listen, I had to do. I had to do this
as well. I see 66.
You know this, man. So, guys, but before we get onto the tactics and what we think we're gonna do
yet. Jeez.
But before we get into the whole tactics, let's do predicted lineup first. Like, do you not think this is going to be the lineup, or do you think there's going to be a couple of changes first? Because there's going to be some explanations.
All right, so you got Robbo, Van Dijk, Matip, Trent. Yeah, I believe that will be the back four. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. That's the back four.
I can see you basically got the same team that started against Everton.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be the same team, or do you think there'll be some changes? That's the first thing I want to ask you.
I think it will, because I think he protected Hendo by bringing on Milner. That was basically for like fitness reasons. He protected Thiago because he didn't want him to get the yellow card. So he should be okay. I'll probably say that's about right. I mean, Minamino was a shock starter maybe in the front three, because he did that randomly against Crystal Palace that time. Do you remember when he just randomly started Minamino against Crystal Palace after we played quite a few games in a row? So maybe possibly Minamino in the front three. Maybe possibly Ibu over Matip, but I would probably say you're right in the team that you've put out.
Okay, and what about you, Cal? Do you agree with Drift? Do you think this is going to be the same team, the team get played against Everton, or do you think there's going to be a couple of changes?
I think there's going to be a little bit of rotation. I think Tsimikas might come in for this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tsimikas has got experience playing against Wolves from Europa as well, and he dealt with Traore very, very handily.
He has.
I can see the method to your madness there. Yeah, Tsimikas.
So should we change Robbo to Tsimikas?
No, I mean, you can keep it there, because again, I wouldn't be surprised if Robbo starts.
Okay.
Although, do you know what? Cal's actually got a bit of a point, Matt. Do you know why? Because even though Robbo is playing exceptionally well, he has just come back from injury and just played 2 games in 4 days. Maybe asking him to play 3 games in 8 days is a big ask.
Because the reason why I kind of went, no, you are right in that sense. But the reason I thought that is because when Klopp was asked about Tsimikas and what he's bringing to the table, Klopp kind of brought a Robbo, and I thought, bro, you don't even need to do that. You just speak about Tsimikas. Because when he was like, like they said to him, is Tsimikas, on the verge of starting more games, ready to tell whatever, as he pushing for the start? Klopp was like, he's playing very well, but we need to understand that Robbo's still one of the best players in his position. And that kind of said to me that he was always going to play the derby. I already knew that. when Klopp said that comment. And not only that, I kind of feel like right now, Robbo playing the way how he did, getting 2 assists, there's no way Klopp is dropping him. Like, I just can't see it. Maybe in another game, but I just don't see him dropping him for this game. He'll want to give Robbo back-to-back games and honor him in terms of the 2 assists. I don't know if you guys agree with that or...
Maybe, but I think he will. I think he'll worry more about his fitness. So I think Cal's got a point that he might bring in Simicast, you know.
All right, I'll tell you what then. Just for now, we can put in Costas. We can put him in there for now because this is... We'll put him in there. What number is Costas again, people? What number is he? Costas.
Right,
What
Matt
number
is going fully into
What number is he? No, because we can't do this thing. We can't. What number is Costas, people? I can't. My brain's trying to think. What number? What number, people? What number?
My head.
I'm trying. Is it
21? 21. Lucas Leiva.
21. Yeah.
Yeah,
21. Big man thing. 21.
We got 21 seconds. Go.
Indeed, we do. All right. So, so we've agreed on the defense. What about the midfield? Do you guys think this will be the same midfield, or do you think it'll be slightly different?
I think Ox comes in.
Ooh,
I think Ox comes in
for.
It would be Thiago. We'd probably drop.
I think Hendo.
You think Hendo?
Not after the captain's performance against Everton.
I know, but again, it's managing him though because he's not too long back from injury himself.
Yeah, I get that.
Thiago's had a bit more rhythm.
Not to sound stupid because I should know this. What's our next game after Saturday?
AC Milan.
ESC.
On the Wednesday or the Tuesday.
Yeah.
Must be Tuesday. I'm guessing I think last. Yeah, because last time we played on a Wednesday.
Yeah, so that means he is going to need. But then again, he might go full strength for this squad and then rest them for a week because we're already through. And that game isn't an important game.
I was thinking.
How much money does the club make for winning the game against Wolves?
No. But when we say full strength,
I get that. But you would like to think that as comfortable as we are in that Champions League group and the Premier League, every point counts. That Klopp will still prioritize this game over that AC Milan game.
Oh, so y'all want Haaland and Mbappe and all these guys, but you don't want the money for it. All right. Hypocritical if you ask me. Hypocritical, but fine. Y'all go full strength.
If I ever witness Klopp put out a stronger team for the Milan game than the Wolves game, I would know our priorities are all wrong. 100%. Our priorities are all wrong.
Yeah. Let me ask you like this as well, just a quick question. Because of how fast Wolves can be in attack, obviously with Hwang, who's quick himself, and especially Adama, do you think there's even a temptation that he might go Ibu?
Yeah, that's what I said. Matip obviously played brilliant second half, but first half he was a bit shaky. I wouldn't even be surprised if he did bring Ibu in for Matip. I really wouldn't.
Yeah. What about you, Cal? What do you think Ibu might start?
The only thing I think it's either going to be Ibu or Costas. I don't think it'll be both of them coming in.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna outvote you, Cal, but only because I think because of the pace, I think he might switch it up. And you know how he likes to give Matip a bit of a rest.
Changes though.
No, I see.
He's done it in the past.
So here's the thing, Cal. I know you might have outvoted me with Costas because I think Robbo will play, but I think he'll put Ibu in for Matip potentially. That's what I think he'll do. I think he'll change Ibu for Matip, but I think Robbo will start. But you guys have outvoted me and you think Costas.
But bro, you know what it is? I wouldn't be shocked if it was Matip either. Like, it's really one of them. But I wouldn't even be surprised if Robbo and Matip played. Like, it's one of them ones where we're in a position now where we've got a good enough squad defensively that it isn't that big of a deal no matter what you see him do. Do you get what I mean? Like, no matter, like, I think maybe if he played Nico instead of Trent, would be the one be like, oh, raw shit, he's done that. Other than that, I don't really think any of the other changes would really be a shock, to be honest. Like, even if he dropped Van Dijk and played Matip and Ibu, I wouldn't go, raw, what's he doing? I'd be like, all right, like, it's what Klopp's thought to do this game. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the defense is strong enough, name for name, that nothing is actually out of the question anymore.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. So, all right, so just to settle it, what do we think will be the final midfield? Obviously Fabinho, but do you think it's going to be partnering Thiago and Ox or Henderson? Or
I think it will be, yeah.
You think that's to be the midfield? Okay, cool. And then obviously for the attack, do you guys still feel like this is going to be the front?
Yeah. That attack will definitely
that front
be
three has to start, in my opinion.
Same. Well, the lineup I put here for Wolves, this is what they played against, obviously Burnley, where they drew 0-0. So they're going to play, in my opinion as well. I think they will go. They might make a couple of changes, but it's more about the shape. I think they're going to still go the 3-4-3. That's what I think they will do. But in terms of how we win the game, again, it's for me, it's going to be a lot more tricky because they've now got the three centre backs, yeah, which will play a lot more narrow. I think that when they defend, they're going to go like this, and then you're going to have Salah like this. Sorry, you're going to have Salah trying to make runs. Jota, I think, will find that half space, and I think Mane, for me, will try and make those runs. This is where it gets techie because even if you push a Trent here and you put a Costas or Robbo there, let me just get rid of that. Yeah, you put a Costas there, yeah, and you got Costas making that run, and you got Trent making this run. I still feel like they can negate that with the five at the back. So this is why I feel like Hayes how we win the game. For me, on the weekend, Thiago is going to move forward into that space. Henderson is going to move forward into that space. And what you'll find is this. Let's say Jota has the ball. What we need to do, in my opinion, is create that triangle. So even though, let me put these up back. So I can see them defending like this. They're bunching up. If we got the triangles like this, so to speak, and then Jota and Thiago and Henderson make those forward runs. So I'm going to be all over the place here with the lines, but you get what I'm trying to say. When they make their forward runs and Jota's got the ball, for me, it's the runners off the ball. Because I kind of feel like it's when we have the ball, we have to have runners. I generally feel like it's going to be a very different proposition to Everton. I don't know if you guys agree with that or whether you think we'll be able to break them down a different way. Like, give me you guys' thoughts in it, and I'll try and map it out.
I think it'll be midfielders running beyond the attackers.
So you think it's going to be like a Thiago? Potentially.
Only Henderson. Thiago.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So you think Thiago will sit back in? What you think Henderson will get into that space?
Well, he was doing it yesterday brilliantly. He was really doing it well yesterday, running beyond and putting in a lot of very good crosses. So I think it would be Henderson that would be doing that. Yeah. And
also Trent, even though Trent's a fantastic crosser, Trent barely crosses from the touchline. He tends to cross from that space in between, that space there. That's where he usually tends to cross from. He very rarely,
or even a little further back. I'd probably put him a little bit further back from where he likes to cross from. Yeah.
Well, like here,
a bit more wide, a bit more wide.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, Carl, this season, haven't you noticed he's been playing a bit more central as well, though?
Yeah.
So
I don't think he'll do that in this game though, because I think that will close up options for what we do. Because if you have too many cooks, it's going to spoil the broth.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think he'll do it. But here's the wickedest thing: he has to be a bit more switched on to the runs that Hwang's going to be making and Jimenez, because they are very, very good at what they do, which is counter-attacking at pace.
This is what I was going to say. This is what I'm worried about. So even though I feel like this is the way how we win the game, I'm worried about if we was to get counters. So say Jota makes that run or whatever, and the move breaks down. Cody plays it to Moutinho, and Moutinho just slaps it to Adama. We're there 3-on-3, and this is why I get worried, because even though you got Virgil van Dijk who looks like back to his best, if Adama was to run forward and Jimenez occupies Fabinho and Hwang, who is quick, can go either way past Matip, I feel like we're in trouble. And I feel like this is a game where even though I know you guys are asking for midfield runners, Thiago has to sit back a bit more. So you're right, Jiff. I think Henderson can go forward. That's absolutely fine. Jota will occupy that half space, which is what he did against Everton, where he was dropping deep as well. I still feel like Thiago is going to be very, very important, because if he pushes on forward like that, whatsoever it may be, against their back five when they do defend, we do not want to be left in a 3-on-3. That is not what you want to see. Because if you see that,
hence why I think he'll go for Ox instead of Hendo.
So you think he's going to go Ox instead of Hendo?
Yeah, and I think Thiago will sit slightly deeper.
So you think Thiago's going to come?
As long as Jimenez doesn't have a one-on-one with Fabinho, or Wang has a one-on-one with Matip, because they will beat them for pace if that situation happens. And Adama can burn anyone. Like I know Van Dijk has dealt with him in the past, but I'm still worried about the fact that Adama can burn anybody. So it's an interest. I'm still a bit worried about that high line. I can't even lie.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Nothing's going to stop Klopp from this high line, and that's another thing as well. So just before we end this little part of the show as well, in regards to the tactics which we think they are going to play, we know we are going to literally play like this. It's what we've always done. It's what we always do. And I kind of know that Wolves are gonna play. They're gonna soak up pressure and banking with the 5 as we see here, and then they're gonna try and hit us on the counter and try to catch us on a 3-on-3. And for me, that's how I think they're gonna try and win the game. And it's up to us to be smart about it. I feel like if we bring just one midfielder back, whether it's I don't know, Thiago, and we kind of do this, I suppose, so to speak. This is just placement holders, by the way, people, not the actual personnel. And we've got 4, I'm more comfortable. But if we ever see a situation where we are like this and it's 3-on-3, that's where I get a little bit worried. I don't know whether you guys agree with that bit or.
Yeah, we definitely can't get caught out. Not on a, or even a 3-on-2.
Yeah.
Because Fabinho's normally a little bit higher up, like in between, like where Jimenez and Jota would be, for example. And then that's when you've just got literally the 2 centre backs. And I don't like that.
Yeah, because sometimes, as I said, we do that whole triangle thing. It's more like this, but like, you know what I mean? But you got the triangle like that. Sorry, you got the triangle like this. Normally, that's how we defend. But I do feel like Fabinho is going to drop back a bit because he knows he would have been told and he would have been briefed. You got the pace of Hwang and Adamo on the flanks. You're going to have to adjust your position and maybe even be the first centre back. So it remains to be seen what happens there, people. But yeah, hope you like that part as well, people. Obviously, I'm still getting used to it. Still getting used to the whole tactics thing. It's still a work in progress. But yeah, before we go though, people, I want to get your score predictions. Drift? No. I let Drift think about this first because I know Drift is the most.
You know what? Shout out to Saint. I've already done a preview for Saint and I went with 2-1.
Oh, you went with 2-1?
Yeah, I think they will get a goal. I think they will. I think that our high line is a bit of a problem, and they're at home as well. And they're playing well. Their results don't look like it, but they're actually playing quite well. I think they're. And when I saw Cody talking about it, he actually said they're really, really enjoying the new manager, letting them be a bit more expansive and things aren't as rigid. And I think they're enjoying their football at the moment. So I'm still a little bit worried that they will get a goal. So I'm going to go 2-1.
Fair play. And Cal, what about you, bro?
3-1 for me. 3-1 Liverpool.
Me and Cal, you gotta stop. Like, you know what it is. Like, I swear down. Every time Cal says, I'm like, bro, why you gotta say my one? You know them ones that's like,
3-1.
I think the same
we'll outscore them.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 3-1. I think they will score because they are a dangerous team, and I do think there's gonna be a goal where they catch us on the counter. But I still think we got the best player in the world. You guys already know it's Mohamed Salah. He's playing at the top of his game, so I don't think he will be stopped, and I don't think we will be stopped. And I think this is a game where it will be a little bit tougher than Everton, but I'm expecting us to get the dub. So I don't know.
We're gonna miss Bobby. Bobby loves playing Wolves. I'm a little upset.
He
Bobby's
does.
Not playing.
He does indeed. But now, people, thank you for tuning in. And do you know what I mean?
Somebody said that we missed their super chat, but sorry guys, no
I wasn't on it because I was doing the. Yeah,
no super chat came through, so I don't think that came through, bro. So apologies for that. If you want to just quickly send it again.
Who was it? Was it Dean?
Yeah.
I got Dean.
Oh, it came through, bro.
I got Dean. I love and rate Robbo, but you were too generous yesterday. Robbo and Trent were poor yesterday. Robbo literally made 2 good passes, assists in brackets. I'll let you guys chop that up quickly before we.
Disagree. I'm gonna watch the game back, but I disagree.
Very disingenuous. I think they were both really good in the game.
Fair enough.
Not immaculate by any stretch of imagination, but they were very good. I think to say all it was 2 good passes, I think is very disingenuous.
I agree with that. I disagree, Dean, but you know what I mean? We move. But let's people.
The only thing I will say just about yesterday, because I didn't mention it in the thing, because when I watched it back, you know, there's little bits I forgot because obviously I was in the cab. When you lot was talking about the Salah miss, I thought you were talking about the one where Mane beat the man and cut it back and he missed, but it was, you could kind of say good save. But you lot were talking about the one when Robbo whipped it in and he literally missed it from about 2 yards, innit? Do you know, I missed that part because I was like, it just come in. My word. Now I get what Matt was talking about when Matt was saying it's very unfair to see a player play well like he did and get the 2 goals and be forgetful of the 2 gilt-edged chances he missed because he scored. But then if someone else doesn't have a game where they scored, but they missed the same, but they play well, then you like berate them for it. I get what you mean now, Matt. That's
That's what I was trying to say yesterday. Yeah.
I don't know how Salah missed that.
I don't know
Lord.
how he missed it.
I
He
don't
should
know
have had a
how
hat
that
trick.
was.
Let's be real.
My
He should have had a hat
word,
trick.
I have no idea how I missed that.
He should be on
Bloody hell.
20 goals. Roll says, I just unsubscribed my Sky Sports subscription. Matt was on some flames tactics. Appreciate that, bro. Still a work in progress. You know what I mean? We still got a few things to iron out and that, but you know what I mean? We move. But people, as I said before, Saturday, 3 p.m. Obviously, because of the logistics, we won't be there for the watch along, obviously at 3 p.m. But we'll be there, obviously, for the match review. So stay tuned for that as well. And don't forget tomorrow as well. We've got the Friday night show, as you guys know, it's the calling show, Rival Watch. You know what time it is. It's where you guys get to say what's on your mind. So not only do you guys don't worry about asking us questions about what we think about certain things, which you can do, by the way. But what's on your guys' minds? Like, what are you feeling? Are you confident about the league? Are you not? Are you worried about AFCON? Let us know what your thoughts and feelings, people. Just make sure you do that as well, because it's good to know what you guys think about as well. But yes, people, we will be back, as I said before, tomorrow. And yeah, we're going to take us out with a nice little ad, a little Christmas ad. So we'll see you again tomorrow, people. Take it easy.
People.
Peace.
Hi guys, by now you'd have seen our merch store and you're familiar with it. But hold on, what's that, Christmas stuff? Oh, hold on a sec. Merry Clopmas, mugs, t-shirts, hoodies for men, women and children. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Look at the detail on that. But wait, hold on. There's more. Jingle. No, not Jingle Bells. It's Jurgen Bells. Look at the Christmas tree with the trophies underneath it. Snapbacks. You know how it is. You've seen the snaps that before. Oh, it's a red one. It's a red one as well. Guys, you know what to do. Click the link in the description. Head over to our merch store and get your stuff now. Let's go.